The No Fate channel, checking in. Jonathan here, and I am with Jamie from Unbell. We're going to talk about some of his prototyping, and we are going to talk about the future of when this is going to be released and what you can look forward to. Now, Jamie, I want you to give me the 60-second elevator pitch of what the Unbell is.
Thanks, Jonathan. So Unbell is a unique handheld fitness device designed to give you the ability to use it as both an adjustable dumbbell and kettlebell. And what's really unique about Unbell is the ability to balance your weight side to side and front to back to really target those core activator muscles, stabilizer muscles, and give you a truly unique workout experience like nothing else I've seen on the market.
And obviously what we're going to be showing you today is a prototype. And just a quick flashback to the original prototype. Look at this thing. So this is how most people, when they are designing stuff, start. They build like a proof of concept type of device on stuff that they can find around their home or what they can quickly make. And then you upgraded to some injection molding, I'm not that strong, injection molded prototypes here, and then you see what we have here in front of us. One of the things, so this is gonna replace your kettlebells and your dumbbells, as well as be more of a functional fitness type of device for those who are interested. And you've got this little contraption here. Is that if you want to switch it over from a dumbbell to a kettlebell?
Exactly, yeah. The nice thing about it is this is an off-the-shelf Amazon kettlebell adapter, and it works perfectly with the Unbell because it wraps right around the 1 1/4 inch round bar here. You can slot it in. All the slots are locked, so it won't rotate at all.
And if you wanted to, you can adjust the weight so that it's purposely out of balance. So for those of you that are looking to do functional fitness or rehabilitation, where you want to have something that is lighter but also more difficult to use to give your muscles a kind of like a rest, but at the same time train all of the stabilizing smaller muscles that you're trying to rehabilitate, you can do that, correct?
Exactly, yeah. You'll see I've got one extra bar now on the right versus the left. And it's now going to really target a lot of those core stabilizer muscles, put a lot more work on the forearm. Yeah, you can also, and if you don't want to balance left to right, you can also balance front to back. This is one of the things we did at IdeaFit is we had the weights more in front. We actually have a pair of them. And we had an Unbell challenge where I would have people pick up two that were essentially the same weight. One was a little bit heavier than the other. But people thought that the ones with the weight in the front was the heavier one. It was actually the lighter one.
Because it's further away from your center of gravity. All right, chat. Jamie just told me if you actually comment Unbell down below, he's going to do a t-shirt giveaway. How many t-shirts are we giving away to the subscribers?
We'll give away 5.
Whoa, he's giving away the farm over here. Okay, 5. So comment below Unbell, and in a week's time, boom, we're going to pick 5 random people who made that comment and send you a t-shirt. Now, this is, again, a prototype. It's made out of, what you say, aluminum?
Aluminum, yep.
And now, so the final product is going to be injection molded?
Yeah, most likely a hard nylon, so super, super durable, but it will make it a little bit smoother, a little bit lighter. For the base, this base is actually quite heavy, so we want something that's a little bit more approachable for everyone. Final product, I'm targeting somewhere between 10 to 60, 65 pounds is the range I'm shooting for.
Okay, so the minimum on here would be 10 and the max would be 65?
Yes.
And so when do you think you're going to get this on the market? Because obviously it's probably so many steps between the initial concept of this thing and when you actually have a product ready for sale, ready to put on the website and ready to be delivered.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, the Home Depot model, I created that in early January. I'm actually finalizing the design with the design team that I work with. We're super close to getting everything spec'd out. We'll then be approaching manufacturers probably within the next couple months. I'll be taking pre-orders around then. Hopefully we'll have these shipping out delivered to people by early January so they can start with everyone getting into shape for the new year.
Listen, let's talk about the elephant in the room. When it comes down to it, everyone's pockets are taxed to up the wazoo. What are we looking at for a price point?
Yeah, great question.
And we're not going to hold them to this because it's a prototype. And of course, things change in the markets and in the universe around us.
Exactly. And unfortunately, steel is quite expensive today. The bars are going to drive a lot of the cost. But I'm hoping to be somewhere, if you just want to get it in, test it out. Hopefully you can get one of these for, let's say, $149 to $299. And then if you want to load it up to closer to 65 pounds, probably in that $299 to $349 range. That's what I'm targeting. Steel is expensive. It fluctuates a little bit, but hopefully we'll be in that.
Shipping isn't nice either on us these days.
Shipping's not great either.
Shipping is brutal, especially some of these FedEx drivers. They don't pay them enough. They're like running off the truck and they throw the stuff at you and then they run back to the truck because they're on a clock. Now we've got knurling and my fans love knurl prawn. Listen, so we've got 32 millimeter diameter and we've got knurling. You're gonna know is the final form? Is this the final form on the knurling? Or are you gonna give something more aggressive, something more passive? It feels like on the aggressive side of medium, if I had to put a target on it.
I'll probably soften it just a little bit. It's likely we're probably going to start with a nylon, not a stainless handle. So that usually comes in a little bit more medium. And we want to make the entry model kind of approachable, both for beginners, but also be something that even advanced athletes can use, especially if they want to use it for the unbalanced uniqueness. So yeah, we'll probably initially start with a nylon medium knurling so that you get the good grip, but it's approachable for everyone. I have plans to make a bigger one that will go up to 90, 95 pounds. Also potentially a smaller one for people that really want to just target, certain specific isolator muscles and maybe work on rehab. We are getting a lot of interest from the physical therapy community. They see a lot of potential for this. But yeah, the base model, I want to have something that's approachable, usable for people that are just starting out, people that have, small apartments. They don't have a lot of room for all the kettlebells, all the dumbbells. This will be great, for those types of folks. But it's also going to have a lot of utility, for your everyday serious lifter as well. And then they'll specialize from there.
Now, I know we have a lot of gym bros that watch this channel, and of course, whenever we talk about weight when it comes to a kettlebell or a dumbbell, they just think more is always better. They want to go like 150 pounds just so they can watch it collect dust. But the reality is, for most people, for the most average user, even for gym bros, if you look at a bell curve of what weight they're lifting, it's like 40 pounds or under when it comes to a kettlebell or a dumbbell. So I don't think, people say they want heavier, but not necessarily always better in terms of what people are actually going to really use. If you're in a physical therapist facility, you don't have 40-pound dumbbells. You've got the 2s and the 10s and the 15s. And the same thing, if you're an older person like myself, we're only getting older, I'm picking up those 100-pound dumbbells a lot less and kind of gearing towards the 50s a lot more.
I mentioned this, but you also have these holes here. So not only can you do, grip strength, my grip's getting a little bit weaker these days. You can also use bands. So if you do want to really crank that, that intensity up and increase the weight, these are great to use with bands because you can wrap them right through here, and the sky's the limit then if you throw some heavy bands on there. I guess the other thing I would say is we're a really small company. That's going to be advantageous because we're going to be able to keep costs down. We don't have a lot of overhead, but at the same time, we're getting by and doing this really with a team of 2 plus some.
Listen, he's got a team of 2. I've got a team of 1, okay? He's got literally 100% more people on his team than I do. We're going to put you through a test here. We're not going to finish off just yet. Load this up with weight, and then we're going to time you. Yep, you're going to be on the clock. We're going to time you on how long it takes to go from max weight to the least weight. Max weight, it's locked. We're going to put him on the clock. But first, of course, like when going into a Home Depot, you pass a bag of dirt, got to give it a slap. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, max to minimum with almost no time on the prototype, no less. That is fantastic. So let's go. I want you to tell me a few of your favorite exercises with this thing.
Yeah, favorite exercises would definitely be things that you can use, as a kettlebell style. Obviously, it's great for rows, but then a lot of the shoulder. And it's actually funny. I brought this to my old school powerlifting gym. They were coming up with new exercises that I hadn't even thought of. But now this gives you really the ability to do some rotational, obviously overhead, rows. Again, the design behind Unbell give you the ability to do balanced, but also the really cool part is the unbalanced training and just the overall utility. So you've got dumbbells, kettlebells. I've got two-handed device. I don't know if there's many things like this even on the planet. And then the ability, of course, to work on your grip strength. And I didn't even mention, it's also great for push-ups. So I put a round handle here. I can use it for push-ups.
Yeah, you can make almost like parallettes out of them. All right, if you made it this far in the video, you're probably my mom because she's the only one that watches these videos all the way through. But if you made it this far, I want you to comment below Unbell so that I know my true subscribers made it all the way to the end. Now, 2 things you also want to do, but that are absolutely free, these 2 videos. Give those a watch, hit the subscribe button for Unbell, follow them on their social media. The links will be in the description. And as usual, don't save anything for the trip back.